And welcome back to the Big Balla Show. Back with another installment. Today I'm here with a very special guest. He's going to be co-hosting this episode where we're talking about many different things, whether it be music, life, whatever it be. Who also dropped his first track, Line Main, which is going to be in the description down below. Please welcome Joghetta.
Yo, what's up? It's Joghetta out here, you feel me? Just, young kid, black kid trying to make it through life and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? With my boy AJ, which I shout out to him. I've been watching for a long time, a guy I've looked up to, and he probably doesn't know this, but ever since, I guess I was in the 8th grade, he was always that guy to say whatever he wants, whenever he wants it. And, he didn't care what people thought of him. And I was like, I really respect that, because I feel like honesty these days comes so rare because people have this mask on in society and want to hide who they truly are to appease the people. With AJ, he just don't care. He don't care. So
ain't that the truth?
That's a raw interview. I'm with right here. I respect him. That's why I wanted to be on this podcast so much.
I appreciate that. I mean, that's one thing people do say about me. I don't give a fuck what anyone says, which has helped me. And I wouldn't say hurt me, because if someone doesn't like me because of it, that's how you know I succeeded.
You already know that's how you know people real. You feel me? Exactly.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Exactly.
I like to stir the pot.
And I have this saying that, you can't focus, you have to love the hate too, because with the hate comes a lot of love. You feel me? You can't really focus on the hate too much. You can't really focus on love too much. You just gotta really take everything and really think everything as kind of equal, because if you look at too much of the hate, you're gonna drive yourself crazy. And if you focus too much on getting love, then you're gonna be missing something in your life. You have to once you have that self-love, and I know AJ probably agrees with me, once you have that self-love, thinking about what other people think doesn't really matter. You feel me? Just be yourself at the end of the day.
No, yeah, definitely. I mean, that's just the mentality I think everyone should have. And I'm not no famous person or anything. I just feel like I like to set an example, just to, be yourself and do whatever. And it's just like a lot of the things I say, it's not necessarily I believe in it. It's just to kind of see reactions, and that's how I kind of judge. Fuck it, yeah, I do judge people. Fuck it. I mean, that's how I kind of see what some people are about, and I'm like, see if they're worth my time or anything. Mm-hmm. Certain things I posted, I'm like, this is wrong, but...
I mean, I say don't live life with regrets, but sometimes you maybe that wasn't a smart business decision.
No, it's not about that. I don't think there's such thing as good and bad business decisions, because your life isn't a business.
Oh, you learn from me, yeah, you learn from me.
Exactly. So it's just some of the things I say, I kind of do it on purpose to push people's buttons, just to see what they say, and, it's just cool to see different types of reactions. Mm-hmm. Some of the people get so mad at me for some of the shit I post, bro. No gay shit. That shit literally turns me on, bro. It makes me fucking laugh, bro.
I'm like, yo, why you don't you have a life, my
That's
my
what I'm
nigga?
saying,
Don't
bro.
you got a life?
Yeah.
Why are you texting me right now? Don't you got your schoolwork, your book work to do? Why you get to the money instead of looking at my story? I feel like, I have a Snap and everything, and I post a lot of controversial stuff on there, and I feel like a lot of people take it too personally, you feel me? And I feel like, listen, focus on you. I'm saying what I want to say, and at the same time, I feel like people love to focus on the negative. It's a fact. They love it, because the positive is kind of boring to people. But
it is. That's why things like TMZ is so popular. It's not. It's that's why Fox News, CNN, they get good. Well, CNN doesn't, but that's why some news channels get good ratings. Is because
drama. People love drama.
I mean, look, if you turn on the news and it was everything good going on in the world, I'm like, all right, cool, bro. If you put on the news, for example, it's not political. It's just if you open up the news, president gets impeached, it's like, holy shit, I gotta watch this. What the fuck is this about? You know what I mean? Exactly. So it's just a lot of it's about news and fake news and all this gassed up shit. And again, when I say fake news, it's not towards one side. It's just in general. Propaganda and stuff. And again, you see that a lot in pop culture, TMZ, just a lot of different news sources like that. And they just post the downs. You don't see fucking Instagram accounts posting yo, this dude just had this rapper is living his good life, he's saving his money, he just invested into this. You hear he got arrested, he's a warrant. This dude has beef with him on Twitter. He had just impregnated another girl. It's just all this controversial shit.
And this is, I'm glad you brought up that, because this is a problem I think I have an issue with. Is I'm a rapper myself, and I feel like I'm not gonna hate on other people's art and stuff like that, because I respect it. But I feel like a lot of times that the way rappers present themselves is just sad. As a 16-year-old kid myself, 2 years ago, right? Playboi Carti is one of my favorite artists, right? And people gonna laugh when they hear this, but I wanted to be a blood because of Playboi Carti. You feel me? I was a fool, bro. I was a fool, and I feel like And as a mature man at 16 years old, I can see other people like, yo, how many of other rappers have affected kids to want to join gangs and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of things, I don't live in like a bad, like, not I'm saying bad, like I don't live in the hood, like I never have, and I don't plan on ever doing it, but, it's like, in those hoods, like, who are the successful people you see going back to those hoods? It's the basketball players, it's the rappers, good for them, if they made it in music, and if they're professional, athlete, it's like, they work their ass off for that. It's not like they just got it gifted to them. But it's like, those are all, like, I feel like kids really see. It's like, oh, I want to be a rapper. I want to be an athlete. It's like, you don't see those successful business, like, black men or whatever going back. They're like, fuck. I mean, I don't blame them. They're like, fuck it. I'm not trying to die young just for some bullshit.
Exactly. And another thing I want to talk about with the hood and stuff like that, I feel like the black community, right? I feel like we have a lot of work to do. And I think that we need to put an emphasis more on education, teach more love, because I was talking to this kid, right? I'm looking at Snapchat, and he posts on his story a video of his friend fighting on the internet, and I look at myself and I was like, wow, and I was like, everybody's laughing, it's like two black people I see fighting each other, two black kids, children hurting each other, and I'm like, yo, I swipe up on the story, I'm like, listen, like, I understand they probably had beef and stuff like that, but I feel like why? Because I think kind of like a child, I'm mature, but I also have a child's mentality, so I like dreaming and stuff like that. So I said to the guy, I was like, listen, why can't it just be love? I was kind of being delusional. I was like, why can't it just be love between them? Like, why can't they just settle things out with words, And he was like, yo, you stupid, like, you have no idea what you're talking about, like, and stuff like that. And I was like, wow, like, the amount of pain these kids must have to go through, where the idea of showing love to somebody else instead of showing hate to solve a problem is, like, out of this world. I'm like, wow, like, the black community has a lot of work to do.
Well, I wouldn't be able to comment on that just because I'm kind of, like, not black. So, I don't really I don't really understand shit like that. And it's not my business to even comment on it. But, what you said, I'm guessing is probably true in a lot of areas. I don't know for a fact, but come on, let's be honest here.
It's not even just I'm black. It's not even just black people. It's just the world in general. Why can't we come together and show love instead of hating on each other? You feel me? But I don't know. Maybe I'm just ignorant to the fact of the reality. Maybe.
It's not. You're not ignorant to the reality. I think the world is ignorant to. The world has created a false reality where. A lot of things are like, oh, that's impossible. For example, the idea of no government. This is just an example. People are like, oh, anarchy.
Ridiculous, man.
Well, yeah, no, listen. Like, people have the idea of like not having a government and everything, and people instantly think, oh, anarchy. This is gonna be chaos, and well, it's because the world has created the image that without a government you can't be safe. You can't have a normal life. It would just be chaos, and that's what they kind of feared you be like, kind of. Had you fearing, back way in the day, in ancient times, not every civilization had a set government, and yeah, did they have killings and stuff? Yeah, but guess what? There are still killings with a government. Was there still robbery? Was there still rape? Yes, but guess what? We still have the same thing. So I feel like in the world, they create these false realities that it seems impossible, and they kind of just scare you into it. And it could be for control, it could be for personal gain by bigger companies and elites and shit.
False concepts.
Yeah, same thing. You see similar shit with like big pharma. It's like if you break your leg, break your arm, you need these painkillers, or you're not gonna live. I'm like, nah, bro. You could take some Advil. Yeah, it'll hurt, but guess what? You're not gonna get addicted on those pills. And it's really
the opium problem is so bad.
Yeah, and they push it, bro. Yeah, like they forcefully push it.
It's like people sell their soul for money. Like, they don't care. They don't care about helping people.
No, I mean, look, every drug you see you can ask, like, anyone that's close to me. Like, you have to force me to take an Advil, bro. I don't take anything. I really try not to take any, actual drug medicine. I like to do all natural shit because I really don't trust anything. You know what I mean? And I think... a lot of people think I'm dumb, but I'm like, why is it dumb to question everything?
Do you think it's also because, like, you don't take drugs because you want to get through it with your own mind without any outer influence?
It's not about that, because something like Advil will influence you, or Tylenol will, like, influence you.
But I mean, like, do you want no outside help? You want to be able to push it through without any help, basically, without any...
No, not necessarily. It's more just, like, again, I just don't trust anything I see, anything I hear, anything I read. And I think that's a good thing. I'm not saying you go out and take everything as a conspiracy, but... I'm saying in general, I think it's good. People should question the
everything.
basic
Question
things.
everything.
Question even
everything.
again, people will never question the use of Tylenol, but like maybe you should.
Exactly.
And again, have I seen anything that's bad with it? No, but I'm not going to take that risk.
Exactly. And when you, like he said, question everything. You know, question you questioning everything.
Yeah,
you know
like,
what I mean?
The
like,
fact that like this, for example, with COVID, it's like there's new vaccines coming out. Everyone's like, yeah, I can't wait to get it. I'm just like, he's like, yeah, when everyone gets a vaccine. I'm like, hold on, I'm not getting shit, bro. I'm not getting that vaccine. First off, vaccines take years to make, and I understand. Look, if it's a crucial situation, they have all their like employees or whatever working on it. Yeah, it's gonna take quicker than that. But this vaccine, there's just so much suspect shit about it. I'm not gonna go into it because I don't want to get into like no deep conspiracies or anything. But it's like people hear about this vaccine. It's like they haven't even read it. They don't even know what company it's from, and they're just like, yeah, I want to get it. So you're telling me you're about to inject yourself with some random shit for some random big pharma company.
The sheep.
It's just like, and again, is there a good chance that vaccine's probably just a normal vaccine? Yeah. But it's like, the fact that you're not even going to question what the big boys tell you to do, it's
people
like...
are sheep. No offense to people out there, you know, people, anybody listen to this, but I'm sad to say most of society are sheep. You know,
and for me, I'm not sad. I am sad to say that, but I don't apologize to anyone for that. Because 98% of people I know are sheep. They don't
think for themselves.
They really don't. You know, they turn the news on. They just believe the biggest headline.
They say. They don't look into it for themselves. You know, they just whatever Donald Trump says, whatever Joe Biden says, they just goes. You know, they don't think. They don't try to think for themselves. You know.
Exactly. That's why I think political parties are stupid. But that's for another discussion. But yeah, going back to you, kind of want to get back on topic. It was a nice little discussion, but a bit off topic. But that's my fault. I kind of brought that up, so don't even sweat that. So you dropped your first track, Lion Mane, correct?
Lion Mane, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So kind of tell me like the top, like the why you kind of picked that title.
Well, okay. Thank you for asking me this. Thank you. Okay, so basically, my philosophy in life is that everything takes time, right? See, I was grounded over the summer for 3 months, and because of certain, problems I, learned from and stuff like that. And I feel like the whole time with those 3 months, I had this one rhyme book, right? And I wrote 24/7 every day, writing rhymes, writing lyrics, writing all I could, looking at everything I saw around the house, trying to freestyle, putting random beats on, challenging myself. And every night before I went to bed, I said, listen, one day I'm going to release a song. And I said, one day I just have to wait, just be patient. I said, one day, just be patient, The Lion Mane takes time, because I saw a lion, right? And I'm like, I love lions. I love like wildlife and stuff like that because they're so interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Lion King's my favorite movie, by the way.
That movie, Mufasa. Shout out to Mufasa.
Shout out Mufasa.
R.I.P. Yo, bro. I was crying in the movie theater when he died. Yo,
bro, especially in the reanimation. When it's like realistic. I saw that shit 3 times in theaters.
But then they didn't have a lot of emotion though. I didn't like.
Yeah, it was still a cool movie though.
Yeah. No, people don't appreciate the art of it though.
That's what I'm saying. That thing probably took a while to make. A lot of hard work.
Yeah, like
get back to
get back to
again. So I love Lion King. Anyone that knows me knows I love Lion King. So whenever I have a chance, I will talk about it. So get back to what you're saying.
So basically, I'm saying I always stress to my bros. I always stress on my story because I like to, give people some wisdom and stuff like that. I said just make sure the Lion Mane takes time because, I was watching this documentary on lions and I see a young cub growing, and it was about this young cub growing from a young cub to a full-grown lion, leading his own. I don't think they call it a lion pack, but his own like lions. I guess you call it lion squad. So I'm looking at him in my mind. I'm like, I was inspired by an animal, a lion. That listen, this lion. He grew from a cub to a lion with his mane grown out. It's just amazing to see. And
so the mane for you is kind of like that symbol of
patience,
change, and like
patience equals greatness.
That's a fact.
And one of the spiritual guru that I study, his name is Swami Vivekananda. I don't know if I pronounced it right, but his name is Swami Vivekananda. And he said, an impatient man is not known to succeed. You have to be patient. Just wait. And I always say that. I always stress this. Keep faith. Keep working hard. I know. Listen, everybody goes through tough times, but just wait. Be patient. Just trust in the process. Even like Joel Embiid says, trust the process. Trust in your process. You can manifest your own life if you just believe in yourself. There's gonna be days, I'm telling you. There's days when I'm writing a song and I'm like, yo, am I garbage? Like, I text Guapo, and shout out to Guapo. You interviewed him. I don't want to say his government name, but Guapo. you know, he's one of my mentors and stuff like that. And I was always talking to him, and I was like, listen, like, there's times maybe I text Guapo, and I'm like, yo, like, am I just, like, what is wrong with me? Like, I would send Guapo a snippet, and he'd be like, you know, bro, like, you know, you could do better. You need to focus on the pitch. And I was just like, there's days to be like, I can't get this right. And then one day I just finally broke through. And now Lion, people are streaming my song saying, yo, people from Florida, people from Fresno are liking the song. I'm like, yo, I don't even know these people. But, like, I just stayed patient. I kept grinding on the music. And eventually, you know, I'm not done yet. I'm still young and in this game. Just one song out. I mean, you know what? Lion Main on SoundCloud. Remember, stream Lion Main on SoundCloud, 2,000 views as of now. But, you know, I just stayed patient, and one day, you know, I was like, listen, I know my time will come. And even Guapo would say to me, I know your time will come. Just wait, just be patient. I would always ask Guapo for advice. Just wait. You know, just be patient, you know.
No, yeah, I mean, that, again, and fuck, I was going to say an example. I have to give an example for anything, but fuck that. But, you know, yeah, the guy listened to the track, and I remember you used to send me shit like 2 years ago.
I was garbage.
Yeah, no, you were. And
I love this nigga AJ. He's honest, bro. I was garbage.
Yeah, you know. And I just, like, honestly, it's like, I'm gonna be completely honest with you right now. Like, I think you still need a lot of work. But just to see, like, you grew a lot, bro. Yeah. Like, every person, like, that used to, like, clown your shit, like, they listen to new track, like, yo, this kid got better. Like, you know, really? It still needs work, yeah, but it's like, you know, he's not that bad anymore. And it's like, again, it's just patience and working on your craft. It's like, you know, rap is a sport. And just like any sport, you know, no one goes professional in 2 years. Yeah, no one even goes professional in 5 years or 10 years. It takes him, youngest NBA player ever, I think, to play was like 17. 17 years. I get the first like 6 don't count, but you know what I mean. Shit just won't come like that. And if they did, it's like just probably some random dude that made some random song that randomly got famous. You know what I mean? Exactly. But majority of these rappers, bro, they got hundreds and thousands of songs released before they hit that one that not even that blew up. It's that one that it's somewhat okay.
Yeah, and they got a steady fan base.
Exactly. I think people, you know, I think people that are growing in the music industry, they got to focus more on quantity and rather than quality. I'm not saying you just release every trash song that you record.
Oh, you mean quality rather than quantity?
No, I'm saying quantity.
Really?
Because if you take all this time and effort and money into this one track that's really good, and it doesn't do good, you're gonna be like, damn, bro. I'm not saying you just release everything you record, but you gotta get content out there. Because again, people are gonna see, you know, your one song, be like, yeah, this kid's cool. What else does he have? Oh, and nothing. I'm gonna forget about it. If he sees, oh, this kid got 10 tracks out, a mixtape,
good quality songs too.
You know, decent songs. So, you know, I'm gonna follow him. See what's up.
Because he's serious.
No one's gonna follow no dude with one track. I mean, this kid's nothing. You know what I mean? You gotta get content out. And again, I'm not saying you release everything you do. I'm just saying you don't put all your time, effort, and money into one thing. I think that's for a lot of things too.
What would you say I should release that next snippet? Because I just previewed the next single for him. So when do you think I should release?
You know, that's up to you. I can't make that call for you. Again, anything artist does should be their choice, their decision, because you know you shouldn't have anyone else tell you to do. Because if you have to ask someone like, this is like, should I release this or not? It's like, that means you're not confident in yourself. I'm not saying you're not.
Oh, I'm talking about just like time period. Like, is it too close to Lion Main to release another song
that's
now?
all up to you. But everyone has different marketing techniques. Have different job techniques. I have my ways. Guapo has his ways. Again, I don't record music, but I help work with artists and stuff. So you know, again, I don't even make that call with the artists I work with. I'm just kind of there to just kind of help manage and organize shit. And kind of help with different promotions and stuff. So I don't really get into the actual campaigning of it. But yeah, again, that should be up to you whenever you feel comfortable, whenever you think it's ready. I'd say definitely don't wait till it should be within a month, in my opinion. Okay. Like, I'm sorry, I see these SoundCloud rappers that be dropping a track once every 2 months.
I'm like, bro, you not Kendrick Lamar.
You're
like,
not,
you like.
So I'm saying, you're not Drake.
Yeah. Like, even Drake. Like, I mean, even like a lot, you got to drop consistently.
That's so what I'm saying. At least Drake drops at least like a mixtape or two a year. Yeah. You know what I mean? And Drake usually does at least an album a year, I think. Yeah, about an album a year. Sometimes he'll do like a little mixtape, and then he'll do like 1 or 2 singles. And that's like the biggest artist in the world.
Like, niggas think they play work hard. You could go 3 years without releasing an album. And
I don't know how good his newest album's gonna do. A lot of people are getting kind of tight, bro.
You think it's gonna live up to the hype?
I
gave up, bro.
I hate Playboi Carti.
Really?
I think he's garbage.
I love Cardi.
By the way, I think 99% of your favorite rappers are garbage. You don't have to comment, 'cause I don't want you to get in trouble later on. But let me tell you a list. Lil Uzi Vert, Playboi Carti, Travis Scott, Nav, Kendrick Lamar. I'm going in, bro. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Kendrick. I said what I said. I said what I said.
AJ.
Listen. I said what I said. Kendrick.
Lil Butterfly?
Lil Baby. Good. I'm going in. They're all garbage. Garbage. I'm not, again, it's for multiple reasons. Uzi sounds like a bitch. Playboi Carti's music is ass. Nav is just, I think everyone thinks Nav is trash. Who else did I say? Lil Baby, every single song sounds the same. Kendrick Lamar, I don't have any respect for any rapper that doesn't give a fuck about his fans, and he doesn't.
Well, why would you say that?
When's the last time you've heard a Kendrick Lamar song that's brand new? When's the last time he dropped a song? 2 years?
But when he does drop,
doesn't matter.
But when he does drop,
doesn't matter.
I think he's different from those Little Babies and stuff like that. No, there's Lil Baby, you a legend. Like, people remember you for years. But I'm just saying, if I one day made you, don't get tight. But what I'm saying is that Kendrick Lamar, he's like an artist, right?
I get it. He's talented as hell. He
takes time, bro.
And his songs
stories.
And his songs are good. But my idea of garbage doesn't mean just because. When I call someone garbage, it's not because, they can't rap well. It's not because they don't always make good music. There are multiple reasons why I think someone is trash. And not releasing music just because you think you're rich as fuck, you think you're hot shit, and you don't care about your fans. Because when Kendrick was getting the rise, he was dropping songs all the time. And again, I'm not saying you have to drop, like YoungBoy does.
He drops so many albums.
But I consider someone garbage. They don't care about their fans. And not releasing a song in 2 years is not caring about your fans.
Frank Ocean.
Frank Ocean, same way. Playboi Carti, same way.
Even that's kind of messed up.
Lil Uzi. Travis Scott, how long did he promote Astroworld for? 2-3 years? And that shit was average, bro. It was so mid.
I plead the fifth because, I don't want to...
And again, like I said, you don't have to comment on it. But, bro, Astroworld was mid. Eternal Take was below average, bro. Like, in general...
Honestly, yeah. I don't care.
In general, I think it was an average album. But for Uzi, that shit was, like not good for him.
Like, Love Is Rage 2 was fire, in my opinion. And
again, that's the last thing I think Uzi's dropped something that's, like, I can listen to.
What do you think of the duo tape with Future?
With Future? I thought that was, like, okay. Like, again, that was, like, some of the worst shit I've heard by Future.
Yeah.
That was some of the worst stuff I heard by Uzi. Like, I feel like all these rappers are just getting worse, bro.
I feel like they just freestyled it.
Literally, the only rappers I see, like, getting better are, like, I don't even know. I really don't. I think Lil Baby's definitely showed a lot of improvement. I just don't like him. I think he's garbage because every song sounds the same. Like, if you told me, if I listen to 4 Lil Baby songs, I couldn't tell you which is which. They all sound the same. I don't like his little mumbling, her number 10. I don't like that shit. That was corny. I should not have said that. But, I don't really see a lot of improvement. Even guys, YoungBoy is one of my favorite artists. And
I don't like his,
his newest, his last couple of albums are kind of terrible. I know. I think his newest, 2 albums ago, his big one that he dropped. It was I'm a dumbass for not remembering the name, but it had the same cover of, the box, Roddy. It has a similar cover.
Top.
The album,
it's called
Top, yeah. The album was fire. You know what I mean? But just from listening from YoungBoy 2017 till now, he just got worse, bro. Yeah. In general,
I feel like once they get the money, see, this is why I like Kendrick Lamar. He takes his time with his
artwork.
But
again,
he's not. I feel like once they get the money, they just they don't put as much effort into their music because they know their fans will just blast it. Because if they keep releasing, it becomes oversaturated. But you look at Kendrick Lamar, you got Typical Butterfly.
But look, J. Cole is just like that, and he releases music at least once a year.
Yeah, but J. Cole ain't Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole, bro.
What? Yo, did y'all just hear this, man?
Hear what I said, bro? It's a fact.
No.
Look, I'll agree to disagree. That's all I'm gonna say.
No.
That's all I'm gonna say, bro.
Kendrick,
he's good. He's talented. I liked a lot of his music. But he ain't no J. Cole, baby.
I saw this on Instagram today. What do you think of Kendrick versus Tupac?
Oh.
There was a poll, and it was Kendrick, Tupac,
and yeah, I love Pac. I listen to all his music. talented as hell, but he's a bit overrated as a rapper. The reason why people have him as a GOAT is
His
because
image, right?
his music was really good. He has a lot of talent, but it was his message, his image, you know, it's stuff like that made him. That's like, I'll take this to basketball. Like, LeBron is the best basketball player to ever touch the floor. Michael Jordan is he's like the greatest. Mm-hmm. He had the greatest legacy.
The
he's
aura,
Michael Jordan.
His God,
like,
you
exactly.
Know, his God
but
appeal.
do I think he's the best? No.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Pac. Do I think he's the best? No, but it's just he's the greatest. There's a difference between the best and the greatest. The greatest is not just your music; it's about everything you did. Mm-hmm. For me, like, best would probably either be like Biggie or like Kendrick's honestly up there. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I love Kendrick. I call him garbage because he doesn't release music. You know, Biggie's up there, Kendrick up there, Kanye's up there, Andre 3000's up there. Nas, bro, Nas is goated. He's goated. There's so many guys like that are better actual like rappers than Tupac was. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't mean they'll never overtake him in legacy.
Yeah, I see what you mean, because he has like this aura about, just like you said with Michael Jordan, it's like they have this godly aura. It's like a cult following kind of, you know? And it's like, especially with Jordan with the shoes, marketing genius. Those shoes, like, how do you...
He was like the first player to really like revolutionize the shoe game. Yeah. And that's what, like, kind of, it's just, like, shit like that. Like, again, LeBron, I have a pair of LeBrons. Mm-hmm. I love LeBron shoes.
They're not Michael Jordan shoes. Man.
Again, he makes a ton of money off it, but he ain't no
Michael
MJ.
It's no
shoes. Jordans, bro.
Man. You got Travis Scott and MJ. You got rap fans and basketball fans colliding. Like, that's just genius. Like, speaking on Travis Scott, that man is a market. Yo, I'm telling you, he's going to be the next rapper billionaire. He is a marketing genius. PlayStation collab, Nike collab. Listen,
McDonald's collab.
Yeah, exactly.
Fortnite collab.
Exactly. This is why let me tell you guys, young guys listening to this, and I mean young females too, we don't discriminate, but do not hold yourself to just one thing. Be like Travis Scott. Do this, do that. Travis Scott is not just focusing on rap. He's focused on everything that he thinks he can do. Do not hold yourself to just one thing. You can do a lot of things. You know, don't overwhelm yourself, of course. Know what your abilities, but do not just subject yourself to doing one thing. Don't just focus on one thing, but there's other things you can do. Have multiple streams of income too. Do not just don't rely on anything. Don't trust anything. Have something where you can have a backup plan in life.
No, yeah, exactly. You know, Travis Scott, again, I don't like his music. Again.
You gotta respect the genius.
By the way, when I say someone's garbage, doesn't mean every single one of their tracks they've ever released is bad. Mm-hmm. I'm saying in general. Mm-hmm. And again, for different reasons. But in general, I don't think Travis is a great rapper. I don't have a single song in any of my playlists. But you gotta respect him, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, he's getting the bag. You can't hate on that. Mm-hmm. There are a lot of rappers that I don't like, but, you know, when they get the bag, it's like, shit, why hate on them for that? Yeah, exactly. You can hate on their work. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's fair to hate on the person and like what they actually do.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you gotta respect the craft.
Travis, and shit, if you end up marrying Kylie, you'll definitely be a billionaire because she's a billionaire.
I respect Kylie. I feel like
bro. She's literally famous because her dad defended OJ. Like, bro, no.
I respect her in the fact that, you know, she could have. She didn't just sit there and collect Kim's money or stuff like that. She went out and, you know,
did a makeup brand, bro.
I mean, like,
apparently that shit. I'm not a female. I don't use makeup, but when I heard that shit is trash.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, listen, the name sells. The name, you know what I mean? But I respect the quality. You should really,
And how much of that makeup you think she probably just tested it and was like, all right, it's cool, send it. You know what I mean? She didn't do anything with her life.
I don't know. I respect.
None of the Kardashians, bro.
Yeah. No, Kim, like, listen.
She's famous for having sex, bro. With Ray J.
Listen, I'm not trying to. Listen, bro. Kanye West, like, people thought he was mentally ill because he was going bizarre in videos.
Speaking the truth, bro.
The man married a woman who got famous off. Oh shoot, I shouldn't be. Oh, cause
what?
Like maybe one day. Oh,
bro, forget about that shit. Oh, speak the truth, bro.
Listen, Kanye, if you ever hear this, yo, with all respect, you a legend. But like, I'm just saying, listen, Kanye, I think you're a genius, bro. But like, bro, you married a woman that got famous off a porn video. Like, no shame to Kim. I'm just saying, like, people thought he was crazy for the videos, the stuff he'd be saying. What about that? Like, he married. Listen, that's just crazy to me. I don't know. I could never go with a girl. Listen, I could go search her up on the internet and she was another man in bed. Millions of people seen that.
Yeah.
Come on, man. And that's why I think another reason Kanye be going crazy because.
Bro, I never really thought Kanye was crazy. A lot of shit he was saying was like kind of true. Like when he said like all these artists are basically slaved by the labels and like some of the stuff labels do. And like a couple months ago, a lot of shit he said 2 years ago came out to be true.
I think you can be a genius and crazy too. I think you can say the truth and sound crazy in a lot of instances. I think Kanye says a lot of things that are true and a lot of things that I agree with. I think the way he goes about it seems kind of crazy.
But I mean, that's against a lot of famous people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not gonna judge Kanye though.
No, a lot of guys like they speak some truth. It's just the way they say it comes off.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I feel like if Kanye learned to articulate himself a lot better, his message would be a lot better received, and people wouldn't just think he's actually. You know what? Screw it, Kanye. Do your thing, bro. Tell it how you want to tell it, and if people who gonna listen, gonna listen. And people who don't listen,
bro. Kanye's a legend.
Yeah,
bro. His shoe sells millions of dollars a week. His music does incredible. He did his little church thing that popped off. Mm-hmm. He produces, he makes beats, he does this, he does that, top of Adidas, like all this stuff. Bro, he's a legend. Yeah. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, Kanye's he's definitely an inspiration for me, taking risks with your music. I think he's,
Kanye's one of those guys who, I haven't really enjoyed a Kanye song in a few years now. Mm-hmm. I still listen to every song he does just because I have respect for him. Mm-hmm. And something like Kanye, he's in his 40s now, mm-hmm. right? Yeah, I mean, can't really expect him to be dropping shit like he was in his 20s.
Yeah, he's out of his prime.
He definitely. A lot of those guys are.
Yeah.
I mean, Jay-Z, he's retired, right? Jay-Z.
Yeah. I mean, like, he'll release an album maybe every 4 years, like that type of thing,
And like Eminem is kind of way out of his prime. Yeah. He hasn't had a good track, and I think like almost 5 years now.
But old Eminem,
yeah, fire.
Marshall
Mathers was fire, bro.
Stan, oh my.
Stan, like that 7-minute song.
10 minutes.
10 minutes, yeah.
You correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's a 10-minute music video.
Something like that, bro. It's about some fan that was obsessed with
some fanatic.
Killed his wife or some dumb shit. I don't know. But yeah, old Eminem was goated.
He's kind of crazy though.
Who?
Eminem. Like the stuff he raps about is kind of crazy. Yeah. Like
he was like drunk for a lot of the times he performed, because when he did that, was it Rap God where he rapped super fast? He was drunk so he could slur his words easier. Mm-hmm. Eminem was he went to rehab a couple times. He was on drugs.
Let me ask you this. Do you think the price of genius comes with a little bit mental instability?
The price of what?
Of genius.
Yeah. Because I consider anyone that has a shit ton of money and they got it legitimately. That means I don't include the Kardashians. I think anyone that has a lot of money, I consider them a genius. Uh-huh. And they're all a little weird. Elon Musk is genius. Uh-huh. He's insanely rich. He knows what he's doing, but he's kind of a weirdo. Mm-hmm. Like Jeff Bezos, a bit of a he's not a weirdo. He's awkward. Like a lot of these geniuses are they're not really I'm not saying they're not stable, but they're just a little off.
My question is, right? What if everybody's just a weirdo, but we don't get our lives televised every single day?
I'm a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, I'm a weirdo. Yeah, we all weird. The person listening to us, you a weirdo.
Just the way they come about. It's like Elon Musk named his kid some weird shit.
I like that. I would name my kid something crazy. If I was even if I didn't have his money, I'd name my kid.
I'm not gonna name my kid like John or something or like Frank. But no offense to John and Frank, but I'm not gonna name him like AE12X. Like, bro, really? Bro, he's gonna go to school. The teacher's gonna be attendance. Like, is AE12X 24 like here, bro? He's gonna get bullied. He's getting bullied, bro.
Listen. If I get this is how I would approach. I don't know how to say that little kid's name, but listen. If I'm going to school, people making fun of me. By the way, my dad is sending niggas to Mars, right? So you can make fun of me all you want, but your dad ain't sending niggas to Mars, and he ain't a billionaire, probably. So
see that he can flex because his dad's Elon Musk.
But I want to also say, do not think you're better than anything because of material wealth. Because that lead you down a dark path. Be humble.
That's facts. Loud humble. If you know what that is, you know what it is. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the music industry, I kind of hate it right now. I see so many just labels taking advantage of so many artists. That's why the people I work with, loud humble. I really started working with them just because I kind of enjoy doing stuff like that. But just I saw they're good people. They're legit.
Exactly.
I don't even think they've actually actually signed any documents yet because they're waiting. It's not about the money for them, and not even for me. I've been offered money by them, for helping them work and shit. I didn't accept it, and for them it's not about the money. It's enjoying what you do, and eventually one day you got to make money, but You know, I think it's
about
all
the
about
art,
loving the craft. That's
Yeah.
why, like, when number 1 overall pick Anthony Edwards, who went to Minnesota Timberwolves, like, the 2 days before the draft, he says, I'm like, I don't even like basketball that much. And I'm just like, bro. Really?
That's like that. You imagine how many, like,
Really?
the thousands of kids who want to go, millions of kids who want to go to the NBA.
Like, bro, do you know how many kids work their ass off every day, every, like, minute to even make their high school team? And you're like, I don't even like basketball. I can't get myself to watch it. That was his quote. Really, dude? You were the number 1 pick.
He spit in their face, man.
Like, what?
That's terrible.
That's not even, like, being confident. Or, like, that's just being a dickhead. You know what I mean? Even if that's true, like, don't say that. Like, bro, you're about to, if you're a number 1 pick,
Yeah.
there's
Kids
it's
looking up
deeper.
to you.
It's deeper than just being the best player in that draft. Like, having the title, the number 1 pick, you're like
That's
the
a big
chosen
deal.
one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you
It's a big
can't be
deal.
out here saying stuff like that.
1 out of millions.
Like, look, I'm not your agent, so I can't, like, give you
His
advice.
agent was probably like, nah, bro.
His
that
agent
was
was probably
me.
like, bro.
Not a good.
Do you
and
want to
yo,
go number 1?
And if he's a bust. Yo,
Oh, if he's a
they're
bust,
gonna
it's
kill-
GG.
Yo.
It's GG. I don't think he will be, though. I think at the very least he'll be like an average player.
I'm gonna be honest, yo. Looking at this, I'm looking at LaMelo Ball. I was like, who are these niggas? Like, I was like, who are these?
A lot of the guys in this draft, it's not a very good one. A lot of them are
It's
like
not, right?
their ceilings, like the best they're gonna be, are like they've been compared to like just good above average guys.
Yeah.
A lot of them though have a lot of raw talent, so it's a lot of potential. Guys like Patrick Williams, but number 4 to the Bulls, like everyone's like that's a reach, which it is. I don't think he should have been picked 4, but he's just a lot of potential. Someone like Tyrese Halliburton, I think he went to the Kings, if I'm correct. Again, is he great? Yeah, he's good, but it's based off the potential. LaMelo Ball,
I think he's gonna be so.
he's
good,
like he probably has like the most raw talent, like potential I've seen in like years.
Really?
Like,
Really?
bro, maybe even more than his brother had when he first came to us. I think his brother Lonzo shows
Of course, yeah,
a ton
he
of potential.
definitely. He's gonna be better than Lonzo. He's gonna be better than Lonzo. Come on, he's gonna be better than Lonzo.
I
think he's gonna be better than Lonzo for sure. No doubt. No doubt in my mind he's gonna be better than Lonzo. Come on. Lonzo's good, but I'm just saying, it's like, bro, have you seen, you the biggest BBB fan. Shout out LeVar Ball. Oh, shout out to LeVar Ball because.
Oh, by the way, it is the Big Balla show.
The Big Balla show, bro. Let me tell you about something about LeVar Ball. Listen, the media won't give him much credit. They give Archie Manning credit for the Manning family, but they don't give enough credit to LeVar. LeVar Ball is what the black community needs in their household as a father.
I think he's the GOAT dad.
He's the bro. Listen to me. When I saw that, he said to LaMelo, "Listen, son." He said to LaMelo, "Listen, son." He said to LaMelo, "Listen. In this industry, he was real. That's how you gotta be. You gotta be real with your kids like that. Listen,
I don't want to cut you off, but was the comment like the hose and
yeah,
stuff?
yeah.
He said that on national television too, bro.
Get
back to it though.
He said, "Listen, son, you in this industry now. Listen, you gonna meet a hoe. You an NBA player. Unless you're really lucky, no girl's gonna like you for you because you're famous, and they're gonna be attracted to your money." They're going to be attracted to your status, what comes with that. And he was real with his son. He said, listen, there's probably not going to be a girl that likes you for you, son. I mean, the guy's going to make millions of dollars in the NBA. He's already a big name. LeVar was like, listen, I'm going to keep it real. You shouldn't sugarcoat with your son. You got to tell your son reality. And that's another reason why he's a good father. Because, one, all 3 of his kids is in the NBA. LiAngelo just signed with the Pistons. He's a great father. A great role model to black men to raise their kids in society. And this is what I love, honesty. Another quote from a spiritual guru I study, he said, tell the truth boldly, never pander to weakness. Never pander to weakness. Tell the truth. No matter, don't worry, just tell the truth. Be honest with yourself, especially. Be self-aware. Be honest with yourself. You mess up, be honest with yourself. But don't go be too down on yourself, but be honest.
Back to what you said about the bolt, like being used to be like strong about your truth, confident in your truth. Again, this is not like a political thing. This is just an example. And again, I'm not going to talk about any sides or anything, but you see a lot of things like closet Trump supporters. Mm-hmm. It's like they support Trump. They don't want to say it.
Oh, I like that you bring this up.
You're a pussy for that, bro.
You know what this kid said, AJ? You know what this kid said to me, and you're gonna laugh. I was hanging out with. I wasn't hanging out. He was just there, but I was talking to this kid, right? And he was like, "Yo, I gotta pretend I'm a liberal so I can still get girls." I almost walked away.
Yeah, bro, that's simp. Nah, that's not even closet, bro. That's just simp. You're just a simp for that, bro.
And you know what's funny?
And by the way, that means I feel like it's like, bro, we're in New York.
Yeah.
Like, girls down south, like, they don't, like, it's not about politics right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they are, but they're, like, more Republican and stuff. It's like, the fact that your friend said, like, I gotta fake being liberal to get with some girls, it's like, bro, that's just in New York,
sad,
bro. It's just, that's also just sad, bro.
Yeah. It's sad. Like, how do you this is another thing I
see.
see.
Well, two things. It's sad that he's doing that, like, he's simping that hard, but it's also sad that, like, bro, people really won't date you just because you, like, bro, that's just stupid.
I feel bad for him,
it's just whatever.
I feel bad. Listen, I'm not taking any sides with this political stuff, but I'm not saying I'm either side, but I'm just saying that, you know, I just feel like for him to, another thing where I say with people putting on a mask in society, it's like people feel like they have to hide who they truly are. And then if you don't hide who you truly are, you get a lot of hate because people are jealous that they can't be themselves. And it's sad, you know?
No, yeah, definitely. It's just like, it's funny you say mask because like, that's like so relevant in 2020 that like, we're physically wearing masks. But like behind the scenes, I feel like everyone is too. I know some people that like, I know they like certain sides, but they won't come out and say it just because they're too scared. You know, I say what I want. Yeah. Everyone knows. Actually, people don't really know what I stand. Because like, just because I disagree with certain things, they think I'm instantly like a conservative Trump supporter, and that's just not true. I would say I'm like probably more conservative, but I'm not a Trump supporter. But just because I like certain things that he's done, automatically makes me one. Like I've liked. Actually, I don't. That's not a good analogy. I've liked some things that some Democrats have done. Doesn't make me a Democrat. I was gonna say Obama, but I really don't like anything he's done. And again, it's just because I just see how it is. Yeah. If someone does something good, I'll credit them. If someone does something bad, I'll discredit them. And it's not about sides for me. That's why when I turn 18, I'm not gonna register under any party because if you align yourself to a party, you're just aligning yourself to beliefs, even if you don't agree with all of them.
And I want to say something. I feel like you shouldn't put yourself in a box in your thinking and stuff like that. I feel like you should be very open-minded to other people's opinions, right? Because when you say you're a Republican, right, you say you're a liberal, and I feel like a lot of times when people conform themselves to one word, they're so blind, ignorant. They would turn themselves so ignorant because if somebody else tries to tell them something, it's like they can't hear it. They're stuck in their own values and viewpoints.
Exactly. And a big example of that is like every single Republican watches Fox News and every single Democrat watches CNN. It's like you won't ever see a Republican watching CNN. You won't ever see a Democrat watching Fox News because they like to hear what they want to hear.
And this is we love talking about honesty, right? Yeah. This is why people hate honest people. Because when you tell the truth, it hurts. People love hearing what they want to hear. When people hate hearing that they're wrong. People have big egos in this world. I feel like a lot of people are narcissistic. A lot of people have these huge egos, and when you try to tell them that they're wrong, they don't want to listen. And it's kind of sad because I feel like a wise man, Socrates, an ancient Greek philosopher said, all these people, he was an ancient Greek philosopher and everybody thought he was like a genius, he was smart. And he said, the only one up I have over other people is that I'm aware of my own ignorance. I'm aware that I do not know anything.
No, yeah, that's one thing I've learned to appreciate about myself. There's certain topics, people try to debate me about, and I'll be like, I really don't know enough. I'm not going to try to debate fake points. I'm not just trying to debate headlines I've seen. If I'm going to talk about something, I want to know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? So I think, once you respect yourself to the point where you understand that you are not God and you don't know everything, I think that's like one of the biggest forms of like self-appreciation is like understanding your limits.
Exactly. Being
self-aware.
Yes. And there's I love spiritual gurus. I know I keep bringing up spiritual gurus, but there's a spiritual guru called Osho, and he said sometimes you have to sacrifice everything for self-awareness, for awareness of your being and being aware of your thoughts. Speaking to people who have a lot of depression, and this is advice, I think, and anxiety too, I think a practice of meditation could help with awareness. It's like, okay, right? A lot of people have anxiety in this world, right? So when you have anxiety, you think to yourself, you pay attention to those thoughts, and you see those thoughts and you realize, are these thoughts me? Are these thoughts useful? Are these thoughts counterproductive or are they productive? And that practice can help you determine which thoughts are really damaging your life, and maybe you can try to look at them from an I wouldn't say a positive perspective, but try to change your perspective on the things that you see, right? A lot of people have toxic family members, right? But I don't believe you should look at it as toxic family members. I think maybe, okay, let's say you have an annoying mom who gets on your back all the time. Learn patience too. Like I said, the line main takes time, right? Learn patience. Learn to control your anger. Look at everything as a lesson. Do not look at anything as bad or good, just lessons in life. And,
Yeah, but, we're coming about the 45-minute mark, so I want to kind of come to a little close.
Yeah.
Give your final statement. What are we going to see from Joghetta in the future?
Listen. What you're going to see from Joghetta is honesty, new music. Check out Lion Mane on SoundCloud. Lion.
By the way, all his social media links will be in the description below.
Yes, yep. LionMane by Joghetta on SoundCloud. New single coming soon, and keep checking out the music. I classify my rap as experimental rap. I like to take risks with the music and stuff like that. And I like to spit poetry on the beat. So that's art. You feel me? So
no, yeah, definitely. I want to thank you for coming on.
Yeah. Thank you, AJ. Thank you, AJ too. Big. I tell you, this guy's gonna be a millionaire one day. You'll see it. You heard it on this podcast.
Hopefully. But no, definitely. So this is going to conclude this installment of the Big Balla Show.
Yes, sir.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Catch y'all next time. Peace out.